The situation remained the same, very tense situation around the Al-Quds, around the Al-Shifa hospital. This is the biggest medical center for the entire of Gaza Strip, and the fighting was intensified around the hospital, with thousands of people are still trapped inside. People who were like fleeing from nearby refugee camp, and he were taking the hospital as shelter. They were sheltering, they were about 50,000 people, but now the number, I think, is down to less than 10,000 according to some people who are inside the hospital. Most of them left when the corridor was open. Today, the situation was very dangerous throughout the day. So leaving the hospital was quite risky, but very few people who made it out of the hospital. Here in Khan Yunis, thousands of people continue to take this journey through Salah ad-Din Road into the southern area, the area that Israel asked 1.2 million people to go south. Very few of them were from Shifa Hospital. I met someone here who spent the night last night in the hospital. Who described the situation to me that it was really tense. There was a lot of shooting, a lot of bombing, airstrikes around the hospital, and also the people who are trapped inside are suffering from the lack of food, medicine, and water.
How much is there in terms of supplies on the ground for these people who are travelling to the south?
Look, most of the like 500 or 600 trucks that allowed from Egypt through this humanitarian corridor were focused on the south, because now more than 85% of the population are in the south of Wadi Gaza. But the people who are really suffering the most, those who are still in Gaza City and the north, about 200,000 people, the estimated of people are still in that area. The focus of the Israeli ground operation in the north and in Gaza City, those are not getting any sort of aid that coming from Egypt. Most of the aid is helping the people who are in the south, who are also struggling. We have seen people here in the hospital, hundreds of people, thousands of people sleeping in the ground, begging water, begging food, and waiting for more aid to come in. What is allowed is considered from the point of Palestinian view as a drop in the ocean, and they need a sustainable humanitarian corridor that allow hundreds of trucks every day to be able to help